Hello everybody, this will be a very atypical video for me. This is not the type of thing I normally do, and since I suspect that a lot of people or this will reach a lot of people who are not subscribers. Hi, my name is Eric. I do computer stuff, automotive stuff, lawnmower repair, that kind of stuff. This is not the type of video I normally do, but if you think you might enjoy that stuff, check out my channel. And if you like what you see, subscribe. I really want to talk to you about something that I've recently gone through, which is the first time I've ever gone through it. I just went through my very first ever dental procedure. They took out 8 teeth, 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom. The intention was to take all of them out, and then they were going to put in these titanium studs and that hold down dentures, but those studs did not arrive in time. So I ended up getting just the most infected teeth taken out. And I gotta say, I feel amazing. But the point of this video is dental anxiety. My parents had never taken me to a dentist as a child, and that caused me to never go as an adult. Because, I remember, we had went to dentists for my father, and, you were sitting there in the waiting room, you're just hearing people scream, people coming out, talking about how terrible it is, you hear all these horror stories. But, a lot of that has changed over the years. Medical, in general, is a very rapidly evolving industry. I mean, to give you an example, my mother had one of the first laparoscopic gallbladder surgeries in the 90s. Her mother had a gallbladder removed, and she had a scar going all the way from around her kidney all the way up to her chest. My mother had 4 little incisions, 2 on her chest and 2 on her side. And now they have that down even less. But one of the things I did is turns out 1-800-Dentist has changed their format a little bit. You actually have to fill out a form online. If I'm smart, I'll add that here somewhere and show you how it is. But I put on their high anxiety. And when they called me back, they had, they asked me just really how high is your anxiety, and I'm like, to be honest, I would consider myself to be a word that's typically used as a derogatory term towards the female anatomy, if you know what I mean. If you don't, use your imagination. It's also a term for a cat. But, yeah, so I went into this thing high anxiety. I had psyched myself up pretty good going into the dental chair. But once I got in that dental chair, my chest started pumping. And I'm like, oh man, I hope I can do this. But if you have fear, I would highly recommend you reach out to the 1-800-Dentist, because the person that they put me in touch with was number 5 or 6 of the top 10 dentists in the country for people with anxiety. This guy was calm, he's very communicative, talking to you the whole way through this thing. And he allowed me to put music on. I wore a shirt that had a pocket, so I put my phone on. I put a Christian worship thing on, just had it sitting there pretty low. And, for a lot of it, I just closed my eyes and, he's telling me, hey, you're going to feel a pinch, you're going to feel this. And then he's, asking me, are you like he would do like, can you feel this? No, I can't feel this at all. Then he would reach inside, can you feel this? No. All right, let's start doing this. And then he pulls out his thing, starts popping the teeth out, and I didn't feel a thing. And right now, having those infected teeth out, I feel amazing. Like, oh my God, like, I can't believe I allowed myself to be in this kind of pain for this amount of time. And yeah, he gave me a Valium, and they gave me Valium, I'm not entirely how much that helped. And, like, I know right now my voice is a little messed up because, I am missing 8 teeth. And I go back Wednesday to get the rest of them taken out. And at that point, they're going to put in these titanium studs. And and then I will have dentures that clip down in, clip up in. And, it's, the fact that I allowed myself to get like this, I'm like, man, if I had only known. And, people were telling me for a very long time, Eric, you really have nothing to worry about. But honestly, until you really talk to a dentist and you really, like, what a lot of people don't realize is that anxiety is a really real thing. And a lot of how I deal with it is, like, I am a Christian. I read a lot of verses on anxiety. Also reading a lot of things on healing. Because this is going to be a 21-day or 20-day healing process for me. Once all the teeth are out, that's when the healing process starts. And that's, to me, I'm like, well, it's a 20-day healing process. A Daniel's fast is 21 days. Makes sense to do a Daniel's fast. So I'm going to be changing my eating habits a lot. Like right now I have, I think there's 6 stitches up top and like 8 or 9 stitches in the bottom. So I got to be careful what I'm eating now. But, like, even, actually what I'm about to say might scare somebody. But near the end, when he was doing the stitches, I think some of the Novocaine was wearing off a little bit, and I felt the stitches, and I told him that. He asked me if I wanted to give him another Novocaine shot. I said, well, how many more stitches do you have? He's like, 2. I'm like, you know what, just power through it. I'll deal with the pain. So I'm feeling a little bit of a pinch from the needle going through, and then feeling the tie. But all in all, man, like this, I would not call it a recreational activity. But if you had any fear, this is definitely something that you can do. If I can do it, you can definitely do it. I mean, it's just the way I feel right now. To give you an example, like every morning I would wake up and I'd have to like scrape blood out of my mouth. This is going on for years. Blood on my lip when I wake up. I'm not dealing with that right now. Like when I would go to use mouthwash in the morning, it would just be blood everywhere, and it's not now. That's a huge quality of life improvement right there. Right there, that's a huge quality of life improvement. And because now I'm not swallowing that while I'm sleeping either. Basically what I'm saying, again, is if I can do it, you can do it. Because I was terrified. I was absolutely I psyched myself up pretty good going into here. And when I went in, I'm like, okay, this is going to be... I understand that there's going to be a lot of uncomfortableness to it. When the Novocaine, like, my lip literally just felt like a flap of skin. Okay. It's uncomfortable. And then apparently I had bit it in my sleep. So when I woke up, it was swollen the next day. I put a little ice on there. It's fine. But all in all, you owe yourself to if you're scared of dental work, you owe yourself to go through it. It really is not that bad. don't go to the cheapest dentist you can find, because that's where you're going to get your horror stories. I went to, I'm paying a little bit more. Well, sorry, I have the tripod wrapped around my steering wheel, and I just hit the steering wheel, sorry. I'm paying a little more because I'm going to a better dentist. I would rather pay more to go to a better dentist and have a better experience than go to some hack job. If you are afraid at all, you owe yourself the opportunity to do this. I know you can listen to people talk about the good experiences they had. Like I said, the guy, the whole time, he's like, he shows me this. He says, this is a topical cream. I'm going to put this on here. You hold it against your lip. I'm going to hold it where I'm about to inject the Novocaine. So he did that, and then moved it over, injected the Novocaine, moved that over, injected the Novocaine. Once my face was completely numb, that's when he worked. If you go to a cheap dentist, they're probably going to be a little more impatient. No pun intended? I think there's a pun there, but I didn't intend it. But yeah, it was like, I just can't express how much better I feel right now. Even though I have a little bit of uncomfortableness from the stitches, but, and my speech is a little messed up because, I have teeth missing. But once I have those dentures in, it's going to be so much better. Or when all my teeth are gone, it'll make it a little easier. It's still going to be a little messed up, but what I'm going to have is they're going to have two studs here with a bar that goes across to them, and then that's what the denture is going to snap into. I heard that when you first start eating on that, it's a little uncomfortable, but I figured I'd rather spend a little extra and get the better thing than go with just the regular basic dentures. He told me that he can give me something called healing dentures that adds about another $900 to $1,000. He says, or if you'd rather he says most people don't use them because they're uncomfortable. He says, I'd rather save you the money. And so that's what I'm not going to do, the healing dentures. I'm just going to eat soft food for basically, 20 days, so a little less than a month. I think I've rambled on long enough. I just wanted to get this out here. Like, if you have anxiety, you can't eliminate anxiety. But what you can do is you can face your fears. I did that when when I really faced my fears, I got good results. But like when I went in there for I'm sitting here telling the guy that I'm a cat. I'm really afraid of this. But then when he did the impressions, he's like, dude, I have people that need to be drugged up to do this. Are you sure you're anxious? I said, well, you haven't pulled out a needle yet. He says, fair enough. But one of the things I did is, like, I've had people over and over tell me that they've went through the same process, doing the same thing, and it just changed their life. So I'm getting my story out there. Once I have all the teeth removed and the studs in, I'm probably going to do another video. And then once I have the dentures, I'll probably do a third video on it. But I want my subscribers to know how I'm doing. I am doing great, as you can see. A little tired. Like I said, the stitches are a little annoying. It's uncomfortable a little bit. But, I gotta look at the long run. Like, I need to be healthy for my child. And, heart disease is a real thing that is caused by, poor care of your teeth. So, and I'm trying to teach my kid now, I'm like, don't be like me. There's other things you can be like me in, but this is not one of them. So, I think I've rambled on for about 15 minutes now, so I'm just going to say thank you for watching. Have a blessed day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're somebody who's not a subscriber and this video came to you as a recommended video, go ahead and check out my other content. It might not be for you. It might be for you. But, just, have a blessed day.